Want to learn 3 easy ways to cut an onion, no tears involved? Watch this video to learn my foolproof method. Hey everybody, it's Allison, Prep Dish founder. Today I'm going to share with you 3 easy ways to cut an onion, and I promise there will be no tears involved. I have pulled all 3 of my onions from the refrigerator, so that's tip number 1, is if you store them in the refrigerator, you will have less tears. The first option I'm going to show you, I'm going to remove both ends. Now this is just if you have a really rough chop or dice that you need for like a stew. So I've removed the 2 ends, and as soon as possible you like to try and find a flat surface, because if you're trying to cut your onion here, it's just going to be dangerous. So I have my flat surface. I'm going to cut this in half and then go ahead and remove the peels, and I have a little compost bowl to the side here. And then from here, I'll just go through 1 or 2 chops here. So it's just a really quick and easy, again, if you just need big pieces of onion, again, for like a soup or stew or something like that, where the big pieces are okay, you can do that. The next one I'm going to show you is fairly similar. Gonna remove the ends. And peel it. And this is for slices, but again, this is if you need fairly big slices. If you need smaller slices, you might want to do this final and third method I'm going to show you, but if you just need large slices, I will do this. And then so you kind of have like the big slices there like that. Again, quick and easy. Now for this third method, this is anytime you need any sort of smaller dice, chop, or even slice. The key is this root here. You want to make sure that stays intact the whole time you're doing your chopping. So I can chop this end off. I have my flat surface there. Cut it in half, but again, the key here is that these roots are going to keep everything together while you chop. So I'll still go ahead and peel. Get that out of the way. And these scraps really do help with broth, so those will go in my freezer. So again, this stays together, which means the whole onion as you chop is going to stay put together because of this little guy right here. So here I will show you, I like to come around so you can see there's layers here. So what I'm going to do is chop each of these layers and then come back and do a dice. And you can decide how far apart you want your slices to be based on how finely diced you need the onion to be. And I kind of follow along. You'll see that first cut and the last one is a bit of an angle to just kind of follow along the way that these rings are. But see how this is all, so it's cut, but it's all still intact. So it's not going to be falling apart on me as I go back through on this side. And you just keep going until you get, and this last one you can kind of do that. But you see the whole thing stayed together while I was chopping. And then again on this side, here I'll show you how like this would be easier if you're getting even just slice, but you want like kind of a thinner slice. It's easier because see it's still together here. So keeping this end root together is nice for a lot of different methods. But there you go. First, just kind of the nice, easy, rough chop, then the slices, and then this is when you're wanting a smaller dice. The key there is just to keep those roots on, and that'll make it a lot easier. And no tears. I know you can't see my face, but I am not crying, and that is because these onions were in the refrigerator for a few hours before I chopped them. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments below what you learned, and if you'd like more videos on how to chop other veggies, fruits, and even fresh herbs, I have a video linked here as well as here. And I also have a free 1-week meal prep meal plan if you would like details on how to get your hands on that. It is in the description below this video, so check that out, and I will see you next week.